Thank you for getting on the job.
It came in a mix.
I'd like to call to order the October 22nd, 2025 Housing Conservation Commission meeting at 7:05 p.m. Can I have a roll call vote starting with Mike?
Mike Potsett present.
James Gates present.
Pat General present.
James Berlin present.
Mike, do you mind leading us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being recorded. Is anyone else recording?
Quiet screen.
Oh, just open. Make sure we can see. Chairman's additions and or deletions. We're going to add 3.2, which is COC for 65 Adams Road. And then 5 point, actually we're going to add it to 4.2, Land and Water Conservation Fund grants. Chair report, anything I have will be covered in the agent's report. Review and approve meeting minutes. We have minutes from 7:23:25, 8:13:25, and 9:10:25. The meeting minutes from 7:23:25 we had talked about last meeting, and I needed to review, and something that I had a question, was that the right one, Colby? Yes.
There was something on each one.
Each one? Sure, I didn't look at the other one.
7:23, you were wondering
If I left the room.
recuse yourself. And the one after that, is it 8:10, is that right? 8:10.
8:13.
8:13, thank you. That one, you wanted numbers added in for the estimates for the
Yes.
survey work.
Meadow Road survey. And the other properties.
The Lunenburg and Alyssa Drive, survey, the 2025 Wild and Scenic.
Did you add those into the August one?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see a copy of it, so that's why I asked.
Here it is.
Oh, whoops. I make a motion to approve July 23rd, 2025 as is.
I'll second that.
Did I make it to that meeting? I'm trying to remember.
Yes. You did.
Did you get the vote?
Roll call vote starting with Mike.
Mike Potsett, yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat General, yes.
James Klein, yes.
I like what you did. you added this.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you wanna see it? So you added the actual estimates into the minutes so people can see it.
I'm not sure if that's actually allowable by the general law. I looked at it, though, and they said that to make a list of documents, if you look at the end there, the law says to make a list of the documents referred to in the meeting, so that's why I started on those two.
Okay, that makes sense. I've also seen meeting minutes in the, not in Townsend, but in other towns that actually include, they reference them and then they include them. Yeah, it's just part of the PDF. So I make a motion to approve the August 13th meeting minutes as well, with the changes that Colby had made.
I'll second that.
Mike Bott said yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat General, yes.
James Thorne, yes.
And then, 9:10. On the 9:10 ones, okay, never mind, it says it right in the top, continuance. Does anyone have any thoughts?
Did we have them print out Hannigan's just because they were the highest and we did it?
We included both so that it was transparent which, on,
So in other words, we wanted to see Gilson Roy and Hannigan's physically to compare what the numbers were.
in terms of the meeting minutes? Yes, well, that's because we had discussed them in depth at the meeting.
I just wanted to go back to it and then just to make sure.
You weren't at the last meeting when I brought that up, that's why.
Right, but I knew we had discussed at another meeting, Hannigan was always the higher of all the bids that we had gotten, even on Meadow Road, et cetera. So we automatically levitated to DNR.
Yes.
Sorry for me.
I think it's in the 9:10 meeting.
No, he went backwards to some, we had already,
Sorry.
no, I'm just waiting for Mike and Pat to see if they had any questions on the 9:10.
I do not.
No, I don't either.
Their motion to approve or a second?
I'll second that.
Someone has to make a motion first.
Oh, somebody make a motion. It would be you.
I'll make a motion to approve the September 10 minutes, 2025.
I'll second.
Mike Bott said yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat General, yes.
James Turner abstained. I didn't go to that one.
Yes, you did.
Which one was it?
September 10th.
10th? Approved. I'm sorry, I was looking at this in the date.
If everyone doesn't mind signing in, because we have a hearing tonight, please.
Do you need a pen?
We have a pen right here.
I'll try to come to you.
I have extra in here.
All right. 1.7 agent report. I'm gonna ask Colby do you have an update also on the, oh my God, the acceptance of the proposal for the surveying?
Yes.
I know it was in the select board's meeting, I didn't know if they okayed it, so.
Last night?
Yeah, I'm just, is it in here?
It is, but
Okay,
it's
cool.
you're not gonna like it. Let me just get to it.
Go through your stuff as you need to.
Evening. All right, so I'm gonna start with that, the Wild and Scenic Grant. So I had a discussion with Nelson about how to proceed with it, because he's the procurement officer. As you know, talked about this a little bit before. And he said he's gonna put it on yesterday's select board agenda for approval. And I haven't gotten a word back yet from that, but I anticipate that tomorrow he's gonna say that, yes, he signed it and it's moving forward, but I have to get that from the horse's mouth tomorrow.
Okay.
Inconclusive there, right? My apologies for that. The IDR, we did not have any IDRFs in the last 2 weeks. Mike and I did a site walk yesterday at 16 Meadow. We met with Mr. Roy, Greg, right?
Yeah.
Greg Roy. We went over the property and we took pictures. Pictures are available in the share drive. I can also bring them up. Hopefully, Zoom is kind of not working for me, but I'll try to get them up on the screen when we get to it. We issued 27, issue is not the right word. For 27 Scales Lane, I was contacted by the lawyer. They're selling the property. And we furnished them with a COC. It had already been completed a couple of years ago, but they needed the document. The problem was it never got registered at the Registry of Deeds.
Did they receive a copy of it?
Yeah, I sent them a copy.
Yeah,
But did they?
did they receive a copy before? You can't tell if it was mailed before the last
I
go around,
don't
or?
have anything saying if it got mailed, or if they received it or not. I assume they did, because that's the normal MO for
Yeah,
the Conservation
usually it's a
Commission.
sign.
And there was a signed, right in the file, right in the documents, there was a signed COC for it. So, but they definitely have it now. Anyway, also 8 Lois Lane, which was part of the 91 Highland property, which became the Coppersmith neighborhood. We closed out a COC with them. That was a partially complete because it's a subdivision, but same situation where the property is being transacted, being sold, so they wanted to, the lawyer wanted to
Separate
make sure
piece
that got completed.
Off of Coppersmith Way, Lois Lane,
Correct.
over the other side are they being sold separately, or is the whole?
No, they're all built out,
Yeah. They were all individual
and
properties.
then it's all fragmented as they're all considered partial COCs now,
They're all,
as they
okay.
come in.
I wanted to clarify that.
There's a whole $12.20 in late fees that we got back from let's see, I have 65 items, that's gonna get covered. I talked with Craig Birch, about the forest cutting plan for Meeting House Park. I have a few notes on that one. Yep, he's in the process of, coming up, creating a contract for that property, for the infested trees there of red pine scale. He has decided that there's a better area for machinery and trucks to enter that property. It's actually two parcels that the infestation is on. And he likes down on Route 119 a lot more, where it's kind of near where Old Meeting House Road crosses 119. There's a couple Jersey barriers there, but it would be more appropriate, he said, for,
So it's more to the east, right on the bend.
yeah.
So that will be going out to bid.
Well,
No, because he arranges the timber sale. The contract that the town would sign with him,
He puts it out to bid, but it is going to be put out to bid, I assume. For why I
We're
would say
hiring him
that,
to do everything that's,
we wanna find our highest dollar for the material.
so he will do that
Okay, I
representing us.
just wanted to know if that's inclusive to how that contract is put together, because that's, of course, fair to bid it out.
Yep.
Also, we wanna get our best bang for the buck.
We do.
So I'm sure you're discussing it with them, right?
Yeah, and part of that is that it's, the red pine and it's infested material at that.
Mhm.
So he's actually, it's gonna be difficult to sell. And he has to use a couple different mills.
Mhm.
He's, the main one is intending on using, they can only take a limited amount of infested red pine before,
Why,
kind of
do we
ruins
have
the
to go
market
through
for
a
that.
rapid processing with it so it doesn't get out? Or is there a method to,
I think Craig probably can come and explain it to us.
Yeah,
all right, no worries. Well, I just.
I understand where you're going and I understand what,
yeah, when
Right.
he gets the, contract about, he can speak a lot more intelligently about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, if anything, we should be lucky we're grabbing something out of it at this point in time, because Stain could have gotten into it, et cetera, et cetera.
So
So,
I think we're fortunate at this point
yeah,
that it's not gonna be an expense, to us, so.
exactly.
Let me see, the same thing I didn't cover in talking. Yeah, he expects to have a forest cutting plan out in the next couple of weeks. And that's all I got, unless, you think of something I missed.
I don't want to circle around to the logger again, but we're kind of on, it's a do or die. If we do not get it out and come spring, I think it'll, whatever chances we were gonna get anything out of that would be over by then, I assume.
If we miss this winter's cutting season, most likely we'll have to wait till next winter, because,
Right,
there's a wetland that you have to go through.
Yeah.
So you really want those frozen soil conditions, drier conditions. And by then, it's gonna be largely infested, a lot of blue stain will develop in the trees, and it'll be,
John.
it'll be junk, and we'll be spending money to remove them. Now, there is the option of not doing anything, right? But I would suggest that you will
walked
become
out
a
there, though.
safety concern.
yeah, you've walked up there, you've seen all the trees that are down already,
And
From Vincent.
just from dying.
Yeah, some of the smallers are gonna drop quick. Yeah, okay. Thank go, good on that, yep.
I think talking to Craig and planning to have him, join us in the November meeting, because we only have one meeting in November, one in December.
right. Yeah, I'm really hoping that the contract's done then and he can come to present it to us.
You might wanna let him know though.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And then find out from Nelson if there's anything special that needs to happen on the administrative side.
Yeah. Be nice to be able to decide then and sign it and get it going
Well, he
then.
would have to sign, but yeah.
Right.
He's the body that's gonna
Purchasing agent.
get that rolling, which would be Nelson, of course.
Yeah.
And that's gonna stay in the coffers of the meeting house.
Technically, yes.
I mean, that's not gonna go into the GF. Whatever money is obtained, that will go into the meeting hill fund, I assume.
It's the way I understand it, but I think I'll work on getting a solid answer from, well,
Val or?
yeah.
No, it wouldn't
Nelson
be
or-
Valve, it would be,
Nelson, I was gonna say, our, person who does the books.
Yeah.
Let me work on getting. a
what, on
solid
FinCom?
No, the accountant.
accountant. Thank you.
Okay. But I didn't know if it would end up going to the GF first general fund, then from there they would have the meeting.
I think there's probably some,
Sometimes once it goes to that account,
the detail none of us know right now, but I understand where you're going with it.
mhm,
And I think the way, activities on that property, there's a a bank account tied to it, so I assume that any revenue or expenses associated with that property
Should go
go
to,
to or come out of that.
Yep.
Account.
it's only fair. Moving on.
What else do you have? Anything?
Oh, nothing else.
Was Greg Roy coming to represent his applicant?
I expected him to be online.
Yeah, he said he was gonna be online, on Zoom call.
Okay.
You can just say, Jim's turning me in. He won't.
Is
I don't know how.
anyone extra up there?
I turned.
No,
the
it's
AC
just
on.
two.
And I can't get on either. I don't know why.
Hey, Hartley, is there anyone in the waiting room by chance?
No, it doesn't show any.
I don't see anyone. I'll double check. No, no one.
Look at my hat on. I don't care.
Yeah, it's just two people. The applicant's not here. Kathy, are you here for anything special?
No, I'm just here to stand up.
Okay.
Thank you, Rick.
So I'll open the hearing, but
We don't have a DEP file number yet, regardless.
What are we referring to?
16 Meadow Road.
2.1.
This one here,
Do you want me to abstain from that because I didn't
No.
go on the sidewalk?
3 out of 4 of us didn't go, so. Drive by. It's actually right on the road.
I've already been there twice anyway on the last violation, right? With the birds in the running water,
what was the violation?
bird cage in running water. Waterfowl, literally with a cage in the water.
Oh.
The water rose to the cage.
Okay.
I make a motion to open the notice of intent hearing for 16 Meadow Road. We do not have a DEP file number. It is TWB 2025-007. Applicant is Corey Patterson. Gillis and Roy, I believe it's Greg Roy, representing them. The proposed project is the raising of several outbuildings and the construction of a new garage within a 200-foot riverfront area and 100-foot wetland buffer. Do we have a second?
Second,
Roll call vote starting with Mike.
Mike Pratt said yes.
James Gates, yes.
Jamal, yes.
James Brown, yes.
Pursuant to the Massachusetts WPA, you guys ready?
I'm just figuring it out.
Pursuant to the Mass WPA and Townsend Wetlands Bylaw, the Townsend Concom will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, October 8th at approximately 7:15. We were asked to continue it to this meeting. The hearing will be held virtually via Zoom and in person at Town Hall on a notice of intent filed with the Concom by Corey Patterson. The property is located at 16 Meadow Road, map 28, parcel 35, lot 0. The proposed project is for the demo of 4 existing structures in the construction of a new 3-bay garage and driveway. The project takes place within the 200-foot riverfront area and 100-foot wetland buffer. Parties wishing to speak in support of or in opposition to this application may do so at the meeting or in writing prior to the meeting. Copies of the application are available for review at Town Hall during business hours. So no one is here to represent this, so you guys are having a little discussion, we can talk about it a little, but without a formal presentation.
Yeah, I didn't go on the sidewalk. We don't have a DEP number. We have nobody in the audience or on the screen.
So are you
Close it out.
motioning to continue? Motion to continue.
Do you want to continue
Well,
without?
we can't. What else are we gonna do?
How can we proceed without a DEP number?
Jimmy,
Continue to another meeting.
Oh, okay, continue in that regard, yeah. I thought you were wanting to continue.
no, I'm not
any
going any
discussion.
further,
All right,
so
keep an eye
Well,
on that,
okay.
it's slipping just now.
You can either say
have a
that,
cookie, your blood sugar's low.
I had two almond joys and a Kit Kat. Don't laugh at me, I'm elderly.
so there is no legend on this map. He does have it color coded, which is nice, but,
No legend,
it really
which
should
is-
have a legend.
I just, nothing, there isn't any legend, I flipped over to the movie.
Yeah,
So,
so is that something that Colby should tell Mr.
I would wait for the,
Mr. Roy, or wait,
I would
wait?
wait for the full audience.
Well, technically, we can request that to be added.
Oh, no,
That
that's
makes it
not a
easier.
problem,
Um,
but I would prefer to have the full audience here. Go over, I mean, I have 3 questions out of the hole with it too, so.
Okay. So
So just,
Mike is asking for you to correspond with the engineer to update the plan for a legend, but other than that, we got nothing
Okay. Is there any other items that you want to be
added to the
completed
plan.
or that you see that?
Jimmy, your 3 things.
Like I
Did
said,
they
I'll wait for
pertain?
them. Is Chris, is
No,
Chris,
it's Greg.
it's Greg?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pat, did you see anything on the plan that you'd want to see updated? You want a copy, another copy?
I would say if there's anything like.
Plan related.
Obvious missing that you see, you know, this would be in the best interest of the applicant. So they can bring that to the next meeting. That's my 2 cents.
I guess what I'm saying, it would have been a little more helpful for me to get out there and be notified of the sidewalk, so I would be better familiar with the outbuildings that are gonna be removed and being able to look at the stakeout of the building. Yeah, I remember it as a wet area. We were out there, what, last year, Jimmy?
It was a couple years ago now,
Was it 2?
I think.
Yeah, time's gone by fast.
Maybe it was 2 years ago.
so the floodplain has a gradual slope, but then it's pretty steep up to the flat where the house and the.
Going up to where the other the
Yeah.
houses are on that plateau, correct?
Oh, yeah, is the floodplain on this? Base flood elevation, okay?
It is, right?
Yeah, it is, I just saw it. So that, shouldn't that be that should be a contour?
What do you mean, lined out?
Yeah, I thought so. I could be, let me reference the
It's fairly flat.
regulations.
As you can see up here is where it rises. It gets a lot higher right here.
Hmm.
And some of these structures have already been taken down. I think these 2 are already gone.
In the existing dwelling, that's where they live. That's home base.
Right.
And this is 2 times,
2 which?
twice the size of the house.
At least.
Wasn't that every guy's goal?
Indeed, yes. Yes.
Now, Mr.,
Were you there with the owner?
the owner, what didn't come out, it was just Mr. Roy,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But, Mr. Roy did mention, you know, and we tried to pin down exactly where the erosion controls would be. And it's right, seems to be close to the top of where it begins to flatten out. he did say that if we didn't think that the silt fence and the wattles were enough, that we could go with straw bales as well. We'd be willing to do that. But, you know, since I'm the most recent guy to waddle in the town, I don't know. Which, it seemed to me that would probably is sufficient.
Well,
It's
I
gonna be-
mean, when is the, like I said, these are some of the questions I'd like to ask with the owner.
So some of the things that are,
Going to be built.
you ready, Colby?
I'm sorry?
Are you ready with your pen?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a benchmark on here. He doesn't have a slab elevation or footing elevation, or usually top of concrete, for the
Oh, so it's gonna be a
proposed
slab?
structure.
It's not gonna be 4-foot frost wall?
No, it is, whatever it is, there's usually a elevation tied to the top of concrete.
6.
Well, Mr. Roy didn't know if it was gonna be a frost wall or what they were gonna
So
do. As long
say
as,
concrete floor.
Yeah.
There should be an elevation tied to that.
Okay,
Mhm.
so he's looking at an Alaskan slab, we don't even know if he's gonna be doing the frost wall.
No, that doesn't pertain to this,
No, it doesn't, but it is,
not our problem.
well, it could pertain that, because if there's a difference in how much excavation there's going to be, then where do you put the
it's
The
there.
pile of
material?
spoil, so there you go. So there's
There is
missing the
that
spoil
much
pile.
more soil disruption when, if it's gonna be an Alaskan slab, that's minimal disruption. If it's gonna be 4-foot frost walls and they're gonna do a slab,
So there's the,
material out.
no, so there's the spoil pile location.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna keep reading through the regulations because I think
You
we
know, I
missed
don't see
it.
a benchmark, you know.
The limited disturbance, how are they gonna grade this?
How
Because
is
I
that
know it comes up pretty quick.
in that area.
Yep, is he
That
running
comes off
underground
from,
power to it?
What swamp is that? That's dead swamp that
I don't know, it's just unnamed.
hooks into? Yeah, there is.
If you don't mind signing in, please, anyone that's coming, because we have a hearing.
I don't think she signed any either.
I just signed.
And it will.
What happened to, oh, good.
Oh, okay.
So, any electric service going to this structure needs to be noted on the plan.
If underground or overhead,
Mostly, or it's the underground because of the ground disturbance. And it has overhead wire, but is he gonna do anything from the house to the garage?
296.
Mike, is the 35-foot buffer on there?
The red? Is it the red line?
Let's see.
Base flood line elevation?
I don't think it's, if it is, it's not marked.
I don't see the 35 MD. Nope. So they're missing, quite a bit on that.
It's close to, considering a stormwater zone, depending on how deep it is.
That might be it.
Why?
No,
4 feet?
it would have,
That's
A directional
6 feet for a retaining wall and there's 40,000 square feet of disturbance.
that's
Yeah,
missing
but there's a depth.
quite a bit.
Yeah, but it doesn't call for a retaining wall on the plan.
Mhm.
Is there a retaining wall on the
This is
plan?
red.
No, but depending on
That's
what
the
kind of.
floodplain.
I know, but is this red?
That's,
Right?
But it's retaining wall
yeah.
that it calls for, and the foundation isn't considered as much a
So
retaining
we
wall, but
have
that's stormwater though.
It's just,
this-
I can't,
this
we're
red
not,
as
we're not
right through
allowed to
here,
discuss that.
Which is the floodplain,
yeah, it falls
Right.
under,
Mm-hmm.
land
existing,
use, so
I've tried that before.
right,
that's
base flood,
still me though.
296.
So there's also the 50-foot,
Bunch, like Jimmy said, we don't have a benchmark for the slab.
so there's also the 50-foot buffer. I
And
can
the
keep going
35
reviewing
foot.
the regulations for all of us, but
I don't think you need to.
I would just
Probably
ask Greg to
identified quite a bit.
Yeah.
review the regulations and,
So this plan is a bit undernourished at best. On a lot of different details. And like Michael said, if it's gonna be a 4-foot frost wall, there's gonna be that much more disruption. You'll be getting into the groundwater into that area too. When you go down 4 feet.
yep, and then you got
Footings.
a dewatering plan that needs to be associated with it.
So. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they need to fix this.
You'll have to look at the alternative analysis too, and see if it's up to snuff.
Yeah, where was that? I thought I saw it. Where I see that?
So what?
Did I add it into the folder?
Yeah, that's where I saw it. Oh, yeah, there's the old. I don't even want to, yeah, if he wants to present an alternative, fine.
He can.
I make a motion to continue this to November, 12th. We go, we keep reviewing regulations. Are you seconding?
I'm second it, yeah.
Okay.
My thought said yes.
Already vote on that?
No.
You did not? Okay.
I interrupted when we got started.
Yeah, we were close.
So next time what we do is make the motion, second it, and then discuss it further.
Oh, I think it was seconded, wasn't it? Maybe not. Okay,
So motion and second's been made. Mike has said yes. James Gates, yes.
Pat Jamali, yes.
James Strong, yes.
Is that your copy, Mike?
no,
Or does it go in the
my
folder?
official copy.
I just want to make sure. Stuff tight.
Seeing spots.
Leave it to the boss not to show up.
Oh, you mean second in command?
Greg is the guy.
From Gillis and Roy, you mean?
Yeah, Stan's pretty much retired.
Well, Stan is for the most part, right?
Mhm.
He really picks and chooses where he's gonna be, but we didn't get any,
I know. Oh, well,
were they able to connect to anybody that was on the screen? Cause it says 2 participants. Were we unable to bring them on in
I
the
don't know.
meeting?
I don't know. If they had problems from home and.
Is that why we would
I
ask
don't know if they
Hartley?
tried to connect or not.
I haven't received an email. I assume Colby's monitoring his email, so.
We're good then. We're good.
2.2, Anna Wilkins is here with North County Land Trust. Come sit at the table with us and
We have cookies and Scooby snacks.
Julie offered them too.
We have to by rights. It's an open meeting violation if we don't.
Yeah. Cookies.
Oh, you didn't offer any? I don't wanna get into that. Let's see, they're all diabetic.
No, thank you. I shouldn't.
I shouldn't either, but.
How are you?
good, how are you?
Good.
Almond joys, you can't say no.
We'll wait for Mike to get back to the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of my favorites.
Oh, it is.
Brought some things to help us.
Anna, where are you based on?
Our offices are in Leominster.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind introducing
Sure.
yourself,
Yep.
the land trust, what you do, why you're here, and
Sure. Yeah. My name's Anna Wilkins. I'm the Director of Conservation and Climate for the North County Land Trust. We are a regional land conservation organization. Based out of Leominster, we cover 16 towns in north central Massachusetts, from Winchendon basically all the way to Air, including Townsend, Lunenburg, Shirley, Air, Lancaster. Basically draw a circle around Fitchburg and Leominster and Gardner, and those are kind of our communities in the north central Mass.
You have a good sized field.
Yeah.
Good size. I mean, if you're going as far as Winchton, I mean.
Yeah. So we were started in 1992 in Fitchburg. Since then we've conserved, we currently hold approximately 1,200 acres, either in fee, like we own the title to, or the deed to, and then we have another 500-ish acres of conservation restriction, which is private land that we enforce a ban basically on an easement, hold an easement over the property.
So you kind of hold similarity to Mount Grace as to how they somewhat facilitate.
Yeah, are you familiar with Mount Grace?
I am, yes.
Yeah.
I've been contacted, been down with the property. I know the current president well, and yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And actually,
Great.
it's from Winchton.
Yes, yeah, is that, Phil? Yeah, I know Phil.
I delivered to his house for a lot of years. I did Winchton route, so that's how I got to know him, and then he transitioned to it. So that's why I was able to gain. They're an interesting group, and they're, I think, on
Athol. So they go from Greenfield basically to Gardner. So they're in 23 towns and
correct.
Are a much bigger organization than we are.
They've expanded. I think
Yes.
they were exceeded 23 times. I think the last I heard it was like 27 or something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They were
Yeah, so we actually work very closely with Mount Grace on a lot of projects because we overlap in 6 communities. And but it's interesting that you live in Townsend
yes.
and they've been out to see your property. That's interesting. I didn't.
Is a friend as to, because
okay.
I'm struggling with what its ultimate end game is
sure.
going to be with it.
Great,
So
great.
You've got to
Yeah,
have conversations.
absolutely.
I got to know him, he got to know me, his cars and his wife
Yeah.
for years, so it was a personal
Yeah.
thing. And he was interested to see it.
Yeah. So if you want to know more about our organization, happy to send along more information or email more information about it. But you can always find us on our website, see some of the projects that we are doing. So how familiar are you all with conservation easements or conservation restrictions? I know you are.
Yeah, but even then, I'm pretty green.
Pretty
We're
green.
all green.
Okay.
We don't see many of them.
Yeah, and
When I joined,
That's
they
the
were
thing of it.
finishing one.
right. And do you all hold any? I looked through the open space plan, but I didn't see.
I don't remember talking about any of the open space meetings. Oh, so
Yeah.
on that. Cool.
We do hold a few CRs,
Yeah.
but not a lot.
Yeah.
We have one for a property down in the Rossback Bridge.
Mhm.
It's for river access.
Mhm.
We hold one actually with the State Fish and Wildlife for a property off of Wallace Hill Road. That's a joint
Would
CR.
Okay.
West Meadow be inclusive to some of that too? I wonder.
Which strip for the river access on Turnpike Road?
To the left side, heading to your house.
Yeah, if you're at your house, go across the bridge, right to the left.
Right to the left.
That's,
Oh, the parking area,
yeah, that's
the original parking. That's the CR?
a CR.
Oh,
Yeah, and the property wraps around it to, I think it's actually the second house.
yeah, it's a horseshoe. You know that.
It
See,
is
there's
the
a lot of stuff
horseshoe.
we don't.
It's easy to lose track. It really is. and you're not alone in that as a,
Meaning they just
Town
kind of,
Concom.
everybody forgets about them after a while and we just get so
Well,
used to
Well,
it.
and
I
across the
think-
street from that one, there's a little postage stamp that you guys own.
no, because that went to the town.
To auction?
Yeah,
Not
no,
the auction, just to take or have.
yeah, to have,
Okay.
when Townsend Conservation or Land Conservation Trust merged with us, not all of the properties came with us.
Oh,
Some of them, one of them went to Department of Fish and Game. Another one, and then there's 2 postage stamp pieces. The one with the Townsend, Welcome to Townsend sign, that used to, there's like a tiny little, I don't know, how many square feet. It was a tiny, like 1,000 square feet of land that the sign was on, that the land trust owned, and that went to the town. And then there was another piece of wetland and that abutted town property that the town took. So anyway, part of why, so a little bit of background. Conservation easements, or in Massachusetts, they're called conservation restrictions, is a legal tool that conserves land in perpetuity while keeping the underlying landowner as a private entity or a separate entity as the one that's holding the easement. So you have the deed and you have the conservation easement or the conservation restriction. And basically the conservation restriction goes over the deed and runs with the property. The person or the entity that holds the conservation restriction then has the right to enforce that and the responsibility to enforce that easement.
meaning
So-
the owner.
No.
The holder of the restriction,
So the owner stays separate.
the owner stays separate. It's 2 separate
The
things.
holder of the conservation or the CR, they're responsible to maintain the correct use of the property.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
responsible for submitting a report annually. Make sure that things aren't.
I've had different processes explaining how they function with it, that's all. I was just
Yeah.
reflecting back as to how some of my conversation was.
Yeah,
How I would go about putting it in to full restrictions.
right.
No houses to be, no roof, nothing.
Yeah, right.
To stay the way it is now for
Well,
99
but that's the
Correct.
thing, you
Yeah.
look at the one, for Campbell Farm, that allows for a sugar shack.
because of the capping that was done by Hoffman's over the years. Yeah.
So it
So-
allows different uses that are outlined in the deed, so that if
And the deed is
In
held
the
by the
restriction.
owner.
Yeah, the deed is held for, so it's outlined in the restriction.
right, it's outlined in the restriction.
Yep.
It's so that it's
Gotcha.
followed in perpetuity
Right,
in the future.
right. So, land trusts can hold conservation restrictions on town land, and towns can hold conservation restrictions on land trust land. And what that is like a double backup, okay, to make sure that, the town isn't going to sometime forget that this is Article 97 land and put something on there, or whatever, or there's lots of different reasons why you would want that double backup. And same for some people, it's just basically keeping each other in check in terms of that your promises are kept in terms of the conservation, keeping it in conservation, right?
So both entities basically watchdog each other.
Yeah, it's like, the Concom's not gonna do anything to their land that's untoward, but what if, the neighbors come in, or what if, some Concom chair decides that tennis courts on the, over the forest is a good idea, good use of it, or whatever.
We've
So-
seen some interesting things.
Yeah,
We
so.
certainly have.
So, way back when, I want you to go way back to 2021. We're gonna time travel for a second. The Townsend Conservation Land Trust was still around, and they were working towards figuring out what they were gonna do. They have 2 wilderness areas, and I have air quotes around there. There's one on West Meadow Road next to the conservation area that you have. And there's another one off of Greenville Road, the land kind of near Brooks Crossing development.
Now, when you say this is land trust, fishing game?
Land Trust.
Land trust, not,
Alright.
not part of the conversation, Frank.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what you're talking about on
This is
West Meadow,
Townsend Land Trust land. Yeah.
that would be what we just surveyed?
Nope.
What parcel on West Meadow are you referring to then?
Well, I can show you.
I
Some
know,
maps.
I should know.
I will pass some of these out, and unfortunately, MassGIS kind of crashed today, so I wasn't able to do the lands that I wanted to. We can take one. This is West Meadow, which is, and this will give you a better sense. This is an older map, but it has like it's basically deed reference. West Meadow is down here.
I live on West Meadow.
Okay, so this is the West Meadow parcel that we're talking about that says Torres here.
Yeah,
And this is the Greenville Road area that we're
Okay.
talking about. And then, so this is kind of the overview. And then those are the close-ups.
and this is what you got from GIS?
Well, this was my GIS map that I did a while ago to try to track what deed goes where.
Okay.
But this is the Brooks Crossing development.
Yep, the one Jimmy did, yep.
And I think there's a housing development going next door.
Yeah.
So
And
that
that's
one,
actually a nice piece of,
I know, we
And
talked to him
when
and he was
it
like, no.
states Taurus
So that's because the
prior,
prior one, the folks that donated to the Townsend
which would
Which-
be
Torres, yeah. And
rings a
then,
bell. I got it. Okay.
yeah.
So when the Townsend Land Trust went defunct, the land was deeded to you?
Yes,
so, and they didn't even go defunct, they just rolled
They-
themselves into,
they just merged. They
Oh,
didn't,
okay,
you know,
okay.
so
so this is West Meadow and that's Greenville. And the reason why I put those on there, because at that time I was trying to figure out which deeds went to which thing.
okay, so
Anyway.
the one on, okay, so those are landlocked on. Greenville.
Yes, those are landlocked, but we have
So I'm just-
access through the
I'm looking
green space.
That's
Yeah,
Parcel map.
totally.
So
Um,
Townsend Conservation Land, that's ours,
Yep,
Mhm.
supposedly. And then, okay, so you own the L piece, which is 43 acres.
this, yeah,
Yeah.
this, both of them. Yeah,
And that's what, 43 acres?
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
yeah, it's great.
And it's
Um,
all wooded forestry.
it's,
You have zero open minimal wetland in that area, if I recall.
yeah, there's not a lot of wetland. There's a little bit of, on the Greenville one, there's like a little bit of headwater stream that comes out of it, as you
Coming
can
out of
see.
Greenville Road.
Yeah.
Greenville Brook.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
you know, winters.
Lockbrook crosses, but just a little bit. on
Right.
Greenville.
I have Lockbrook going through my back
Nice,
property.
that's great.
Yeah, it's a happy little brook. I like it.
So way back in
Can I
2021,
keep these?
oh yeah, those are
So
for your,
nice.
and I sent them to Colby as well in PDF files, so
Oh, good.
you guys would get it that way. Way back in 2021, there was a group of us that were putting together a Forest Legacy application. Forest Legacy is a federal grant program administered through the U.S. Forest Service. And because it's a federal program, that basically the point of the program is to protect forests as forests and have them be part of the working landscape and not converted from forest use. So at that time, the Forest Legacy program reimburses costs up to 75% and requires a 25% match for the whole project. So it's a federal program, which means you're competing with grants from across the country. Here in New England, it's, and you need a minimum of 1,000 acres just to apply. So here in New England, that takes is a lot of project partners and a lot of landowners to participate to put a project together.
To accumulate 1,000 acres?
Yeah, so we did that. Part of the application was these two pieces going from Townsend Conservation Trust or with a CR that North County Land Trust would hold that they would donate the value of as part of that 25% match for the project, as part of one of the 20 tracts of land that are in this big grant program. Well, we didn't get the first round, but we were told to resubmit, and we resubmit, and we got the second round. Well, during those years that all that happened, Townsend Conservation Trust merged into us, and now we can't hold a conservation restriction on our own land. So we'd like to keep these parcels still in the grant program and donate the value of their development rights to a holder, but we need a holder. And so what I'm doing is going to ask you all to consider being that, and I don't need an answer now, but within the next.
We couldn't possibly give you an answer now.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna, that's for you guys.
When would you need an answer by?
So we have to close on everything by June of 2027, which gives us a year and a half. So we have time, but we don't have a lot of time. I was hoping maybe a month or two, or, just beginning of the next year.
Having the CRs in the works or in review?
No. I just need an answer from you, whether or not you guys want to be
Well, I meant
a partner.
in that year and a half.
Oh, in that year and a half, yes. Everything, we need to be closed and everything by.
You need an answer by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because we only have 2 more meetings anyway.
Basically, that's what it's, by the end of the year, we're gonna,
Would be helpful, because then I have
that gives you that
a year and a half, a full year and a half.
Put it all together,
Right.
accumulate, done. Okay.
Yeah.
One quick question. What was the acreage on West Meadow again?
It's 14.81. And that one was surveyed just before the merger. With Greenville,
Which we just got done doing.
Yeah, we just surveyed the parcel next to it.
oh, nice.
It is next to it, and that's
Yeah.
22. And then another one was,
Not 22.
what was it?
I don't remember.
It was a good size.
It's a good size.
Yeah.
20 acres is 32.
Yeah.
Total, but they were two separate, right?
Yes, so 32 and then.
So if we say we're interested.
Yeah.
6.
Then
6.
you, the land trust, would itemize what's on the restriction, bring it to us, and if we agree, then we can move forward on it. But who actually writes the restriction? And being somewhat involved in this other restriction that can be fairly complicated.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's why I asked
Yeah.
what has to be done in the year and a half, because I do have an understanding that it does take that probably year and a half to do it all, as you guys know too.
Yeah, and there is a forest legacy template. There's certain language that must be in there because of the grant program. But I would do all of that because that's part of what I do.
So that's your aspect that's your piece of that whole process.
Right. So
You'll be sending out all the basic and pertinent information over to Kobe.
Yeah. Yes.
If he hasn't already started to receive some of it, or.
Well, yeah.
We
this
have
is
to
the
give
first.
him the answer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do any work until I have a sense of, because if you guys pass on the opportunity, I'll frame it like that, then I have to find somebody else to hold the restriction, and I'm not really sure who that would be.
In Townsend, in other words?
In Townsend.
There are
So it would
people
be,
So if it wasn't conservation, it would be,
Department of Fish and Game, maybe, but they don't like to hold restrictions. I don't, they
you
might
heard
do a
that
favor
straight
for me.
from Ann Gagnon and Pat, that they don't, they don't do.
Well, no, I think, it's not, for them,
They would tend to wanna,
it would like to be, they like to be
In control.
adjacent to a piece of property that they already own. Then
Oh,
they
yeah.
would consider it
So-
more likely, just because of the way that they allocate
we're very
resources.
familiar with that.
Yeah.
We've done a lot with
Yeah.
SDG over the years.
Yeah, so I've talked with Ann, and she said, I don't think my land committee would
Go for that.
go for that.
Ann would be, she would know.
Right.
So-
Simple as that.
So is there an expectation that the holder of the restriction we monitor the property, but go out onto the property once a year, check on it? I mean, what's the
So-
monitoring process?
Or will you provide training for us?
Yeah, so I will say this, best management practices are annual visits. There's nothing in the CR that says that you have to. Some organizations decide that their monitoring visits are gonna be spaced out every 2 years, every 5 years, depending on property. Obviously, for lower risk properties, I think these, because they're owned by a conservation organization that will have a forest stewardship plan that you can see and, understand if there's management activity, it's gonna be within that.
Right.
And by requirement, it has to stay forested. It has to.
In other words, we're not gonna sit there and, oh yeah, we can defoliate that whole area for some solar panels to access.
Correct.
our
There's no,
power grid.
right,
Right, not happening.
not happening.
But
Is-
part of the legacy,
Yep.
the forest legacy template, what do they call, or how do they manage their forest? Do they do selective harvest or?
So the forest, it only requires that you have a forest stewardship plan. It doesn't require you to cut. It's just like, so you could have the forest stewardship plan be for wildlife, be for some old growth characteristics. You
So
could
what
have
is
it
the
be
intent
for,
of North County Land Trust,
yes.
in those regards for the properties in Townsend?
I think, we definitely are, I can't say right now, like that, we haven't talked about like
Those
prescriptive management. I haven't walked the land with a forester for him to say like, oh, like, for example, we have a forester that we work a lot with. We just did a climate resiliency forest stewardship plan. And as part of that, we're actually planting certain species of trees within the forest to help diversify the stand. As the climate warms,
Sure.
there's different species that are gonna be better adapted
More
to.
tolerant to the increases that they're
Right.
expecting to see.
And so those are the kinds of management, you might take down some of the, ash trees that are dying, and replace them with hickory or something like that. So, or whatever, like,
But the plan is to actively manage the forest for the growth and for the best health.
the plan is to, do what's appropriate for the land according to what's out there.
Okay. And that is
usually what's-
developed
That
as
is developed,
you
like,
go,
that's.
as you start to write the.
Yeah,
CR.
we haven't gone to that point yet
Okay.
where we're creating management plans.
So
for the
the
forest.
reason I ask is I know Fish and Wildlife like to buy land and just let it be.
Yes,
They don't really do anything.
Right.
right,
And I've been very vocal in the past about.
Yeah, but I think it's because we see what the benefit is
Yeah.
to good forestry management. I mean, I understand the concept of old growth, riparian areas,
Right.
et cetera, but
But also
good
there
forestry
were cages.
management
I think it's a
is
great
no
thing.
different than agriculture. The forest areas need to be groomed. They need certain cutting areas for new forests to come up and grow. I mean,
yeah, and I think, that when I walked this
Yes,
property,
Best management planning.
yeah, when I walked this property,
Which one are you looking
this
at?
is Greenville Road.
Greenville Road, yeah.
Yeah, there
Dense.
was some super dense with Mountain Laurel and super, there are some really interesting rock outcrops.
You've got it, it's
with
a
some heath,
very
some
rocky
oak.
area.
Heath
And
woodland,
there's a bunch of hemlock
so,
up there too.
Yeah.
it was really quite an interesting,
It's different.
it's very, and it's very
you gotta
varied
understand-
even within the property because of the different, elevations. Like you had
Yeah.
these vernal pool areas and then you had like, it's
Yeah.
very interesting. So I'll be interested to see what the forester, I mean, we're gonna
Suggests what his
see what it-
recommendations are.
So I'm
look
gonna,
those things.
Pat, I'm gonna throw it to you, because you've been quiet, listening.
I'm
and I-
just listening, yeah, I mean, cause I don't know a lot of the properties around here, so I'm like listening to where they are and everything, and,
and then I'm
We
gonna
can
ask Colby
certainly-
his thoughts, because he is,
Yeah, what types of projects are you looking to get funded through this program? You mentioned the 75% project funding.
Yeah,
Do you have ideas?
So this is, I mean, okay. This is actually the list of the 20 tracts of land that are in the current grant application that these parcels are part of.
And that accumulates your 500 acres you referred to?
1,000, this is actually
It's
a
1,000.
total of, I think we have 1,800 acres now.
And MG
um,
probably doubles where you guys are?
huh?
Mount Grace, MG. They,
Well, they're not a part of this application, this project. They have like, I don't know, they have like 2,500 acres that they hold,
I
I
think
think.
and I
Something
thought
like
it was
that.
up in the canal, you know?
Yeah, you can absolutely have a copy of this.
Colby, why don't you repeat that question?
Sorry, say that again? So
The funding.
about the
what
funding,
is the
what's
funding
being
intent?
funding?
What types of projects do you use funding?
So it's very prescriptive to the actual application. Okay, so in our application that was funded, there's 20 tracks that were part of it. One of them was dropped out. It's a little bit complicated to track exactly the linear because it goes over 5 years. I'm working with tract number 5 is a tract in Fitchburg, 100 and almost 50 acres, 149 acres of forest land, CR. And then there's another tract that I'm working on in Lunenburg, another 45 acres, and protection of Mulvis Brook. There's a few projects there's 2 tracts of land in Pepperell, there's tracts in Lancaster, there's tracts in Bolton and let's see, Ashby.
Beautiful Ashby, we love Ashby.
Yeah, so.
What are the tracks in Winchendon? Do you know which ones those are?
There's no tracks in Winchendon for this project. So what I'm talking about is only these projects.
Yeah.
And on the back of that packet is the map of where all the different tracks are across the project area. So you can read more about the grant application that was funded. Basically, we were funded for a total of $8 million for
Nice.
all of those 20 tracks. And we need to come
Federally
up.
funded.
Yeah.
Federally
These are,
funded.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
Million.
forgive me
Yes.
if you've answered this, but these tracks that North County Land Trust own. or-
No. These are tracks that all the partners are working on.
Okay.
I am working on 3 of these tracks.
Okay.
And then other partners are working on the other tracks.
You can only do so much on that.
And I'm the coordinator of all of it.
Okay.
So that's my role.
Atta girl.
So, what was it, 7 or 8 million, what was it?
So
8
8 million, and then
And that
the
goes,
cost share is 3 million that we have calculated, which is basically many landowners are saying they will take 75% of full fair market value. And so they're doing bargain sales, and then the 25% value that they're donating goes into the project match. And then there's also things like My Time and like lots of things that go into that match.
You know, let's say that we're projecting 10 years in the future, when the parcel is not managed, minimally managed, heavily managed, who pays for the management? Does
We do.
the land trust? We would not if we hold the restriction.
No.
We just hold the restriction and.
You hold the restriction, and if something bad happens,
And
you
we
say you
recommend to
can't do
you,
that.
say you should come look at this property, we
Yeah.
think that maybe something should be done, and then you take over?
The only thing you're looking for is if the terms of the restriction are violated. That's it,
Okay.
right?
And they would
Can't
be
really
terms.
change
So-
after they've been.
What are you seeing mostly with some of these people that are rolling the property over to you? Are you seeing older people putting property in these trusts?
You know
Are
what?
seeing-
I'm gonna give you my card, and we will have a
I can't
long
imagine you're seeing
conversation.
younger people, you know?
No, it's actually what's happening is there's a transfer of wealth and there's a transfer of title of land right now because, you know, the baby boomers are transferring to the next generation. So
I don't
there's a
know.
lot happening.
Oh, there is. I'm seeing a huge tract of land that we're,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm happy to talk more about
Give me a
strategy
number, I
and
would definitely like
yeah, and conservation, especially, you know, if there are priorities that you all have in Townsend, you know, we can look at that as well.
What are they, Jimmy? What are
but-
our priorities in town?
We can do that at a different meeting. Because I'm sure that's a long story, and I don't want to keep these people waiting more than they
No,
are. But I'm glad to hear that you're at least thinking about that. So this is a big project. This is a small piece of a big project. And basically what we would do is donate to you the conservation restriction. So that the value, once we get the appraised number, yes, and that number would go into the cost share
Okay.
for the whole project to help leverage all of these tracks. It's not gonna be a lot of money, but it'll be something.
Is that the purpose of the conservation restriction on these properties, to lower the value of the property?
No, the purpose is to keep it protected in perpetuity.
Yeah.
We're not,
You can't lower the value of land anymore.
Okay, maybe.
but.
I know, maybe try to explain that again.
That's a requirement for this legacy program, is that you need a conservation restriction on the property, because it's already, some of the property is already land trust, it's. in
Yeah, so the
conservation.
federal government doesn't consider a private nonprofit, even if you say that you're gonna protect it in perpetuity, the federal government doesn't believe us. Which is okay, I mean, it, like, I don't think that there's not a problem with having
Mike got
a
that
backup.
real quick.
There's not a problem with having an extra seatbelt in terms of the protection, because say we get some crazy board president that, you know, thinks that, you know, we should pave Paradise, you know, you would be the backstop, right? To say, no, you can't pave Paradise.
She's referencing
I mean, is that
us
like-
developing open space on Dudley Road.
Is that like the ballroom going on at the White House kind of a concept?
I don't know what you're
We're not
referencing,
going down that road. Okay, let's,
yeah,
bring this back to where we
Let's-
need to be.
okay, so
One
yeah.
final question.
Yes, Mike.
So your years of experience
Yes.
of trying to
This is
talk
written.
people into holding restrictions.
Yeah,
At face value,
yes,
knowing what I know now, it would
Yes.
seem a relatively simple thing if we held a restriction. Mike, you do out, you know, annually check this parcel of land, see
Yeah.
what's up. That sounds very simple. So in your years of experience, why have people chosen not to do it? Or is that so rare that people choose not to do it? What's the reason?
So the reason is if you have open space that is in a high risk area. So say you have a lot of abutters that have use, so imagine that you have like a shopping mall plaza or like a mini mall plaza, and then conservation right next to that mini mall plaza, and then a bunch of houses and, oil change.
Well, I can
place.
see where you're going.
Okay.
Enough said.
Okay.
I get it.
So-
I get it.
And then somebody's like, will you
Yeah.
make sure that all these people behave themselves and don't do stuff to the land? That might be something where you'd pause and say, do we want to police all of these abutters that have different owners and different ideas about what the woods mean and different, and might be dumping their oil or might be,
Well, not just one.
Whatever.
Like
yard waste. There's
sort of
all sorts of things where it's like, listen, you're gonna have to, so that might be one where you say, oh, I don't think we can do that. Or if somebody says, I want you to protect my property, I want a CR, but I also want to be able to have my nephews come and rip around on their ATVs. And I also want to be able to have my,
fine for the firewood.
yeah,
Something like that.
or
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
So-
Extenuating circumstances in our situation, there's some of them are even landlocked, I guess, right?
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
and
this
that's
one
fine.
has access through the open space of Brooks Crossing. But yeah,
All right, yeah, you answered.
okay. Some
What
reasons,
do you think?
I'm fine with, I think it's a good opportunity. It's a great way to, kind of keep the course of our commission going the way we all work to do.
We're in parallel
But I'm
with what
also
she is with
one
it.
vote of the commission. Not that we only have 5 right now, so maybe
We're
6.
growing now. How much of any of these properties that you hold are in active agriculture, if any at all?
of
Yeah,
our
it-
current holdings, like of North County Land Trust,
U.S. North County Land Trust?
active agriculture.
Is
We
it
have-
invited? Is it,
Or let her answer the question.
So,
we collaborate from that?
Yeah, yes, he's not trying to catch you,
no,
but yeah. I
Well,
guess,
we.
is there,
That's like when we see Fish and Game allowing agriculture on property.
yeah,
I mean, we are
does
right.
North County Land Trust have an interest in protecting land in agricultural use?
absolutely. We haven't worked with a lot of farmers. I know.
We need as much help as we can get now.
But it's mostly because we're a smaller organization and my background is in wildlife and
So-
forestry.
Mhm.
And so,
That's something that I
Yeah.
think
Can
I
come,
can connect you with Margaret Scarsdale with, because she does some stuff with the agricultural commissions of the area.
that would be great.
Um,
Margaret's been really good about it.
But Jamie brings up a great point, about protecting land and ag and having an entity a smaller one that we could fall back or have a discussion with, say, hey, we know about this property for sale. Are you interested?
Yeah.
Because you have the resources pulled together quick.
Yeah,
Because there are properties out there that,
yeah. So I would love to maybe allow you guys to, I don't know if you need more discussion time or what, or if you feel like you want to sit on it a little bit or review some of the, project description.
what are Pat's thoughts?
Yeah, Pat.
James, stop coming back to me.
No, we always sticky with the pet
I know, you
questions.
do, you guys
You're the
always
wise
get me.
one.
And if you need more time to read it over, read it over, we
Yeah.
can talk about it next meeting. I know Mike had something I think he wanted to say, and I'm gonna
Well, I was just
Go back to
wondering
the-
where you were going. You started to say something that, well, I was wondering where you were going with your,
in regards to,
in regards to perhaps agreeing with this, or are we going to table it for further discussion?
Which is, yeah, which I was expecting, but.
I wanna see what Pat's thoughts are, if he wants to keep reading it and spend a couple more minutes looking at stuff, or if she needs time to think about it.
Yeah.
I personally, listening to this and being involved in other projects and, understanding, that it's not, in my opinion, this is my opinion only,
We always leave it like that.
I feel that it's better to protect lands with a private entity over a state entity. That's my opinion. But I like having a relationship with North County Land Trust. We've done trail cleanups with Emily. It's just, yeah. And Mike, you're working.
She's our director of land programs and does stewardship and volunteer
What's the last
engagement.
name?
Merlino. She grew up in Groton.
Okay,
She goes out
She
and
lives
does
in
trail
Wilson.
cleanups and gets groups involved and,
right, she's active in it, good.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But Mike's also working with a conservation restriction for Squanicook Meadows.
On the soccer field,
Which I forgot to send that, didn't I?
Do what?
I forgot to send the marked up draft of that.
Oh,
what, the soccer field?
do we have a date?
There's a draft conservation restriction for that.
Yeah.
That
For,
was some NISA, and I really didn't like the template that,
We spent months on?
yeah, it wasn't your work, it was the template itself.
Oh, it wasn't from the template.
Natural Heritage
Yeah.
has a really, basic, anyway, there's a better
so
template.
in other words, you have somewhat of a disagreement with how natural
It's-
heritage laid it
No,
out,
well,
or size?
It's just, I think that, no,
It's too
no,
basic.
it's.
Okay,
it's-
it's-
Doesn't
It was
fit the
too, yeah,
That's what
yeah,
you mean
yeah.
by they have a set standard, a
Like,
yeah, yeah.
template for all of, so one fits all.
I wasn't trying to lead the conversation in a certain direction personally.
Well, I would say-
I feel comfortable. I think it'd be a great opportunity for the town.
I do as well.
And we can do someone can make a motion and second it, but I also want Pat time to, give her feedback. But you
Bye.
apply conservation land, you say,
Oh, done, that's right. I don't have
I
an,
don't know. Huh?
what do you think of it? I mean, there's a
Well,
lot
it's
to it, there's a lot to it, I like to be able to digest a little bit more of it, I mean, there are time limits, but. Right, I mean, what was she looking at, 27, year and a half to put a lot of this together, blah, 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 yeah.
yeah, and a lot
We
of
have a
it
little
is
time.
when you send it to the state for review or EEA, and it takes time.
Mhm.
Well, if you make the motion, I second it, and we'll see where it goes.
You'd make a motion.
You know that I haven't done it very often.
No, you can, go ahead.
I make a motion that we consider or
Well,
accept the opportunity to hold a restriction on the North County Land Trust parcels in West Townsend as part of the
Forest Legacy
Forest Legacy.
Award,
Legacy
track
project.
number 10A and 10B.
Right, both pieces of Forbes and Binghams.
Okay,
So be it.
I guess that's it.
There was a
I'll
motion?
second that.
Is there a second? Is there a discussion?
Colby. Do you have
What are your
anything else
thoughts?
you wanna,
Weigh in on
do you
it.
have anything else you wanna weigh in on? I know you're trying to keep notes or take notes, but
Did you seconded it, but did not vote on it
we
yet?
haven't voted on it yet, because we can discuss it first.
Discussion?
On the motion?
Well, and I'm checking in with our agent, because we rely on your opinion and we appreciate it.
I had thoughts a couple minutes ago, but.
Hey, well, you fit right in with the rest of us.
Are you sure we're the appropriate entity to hold this conservation restriction as opposed to another program, New England Forestry Foundation, possibly? They do bring a lot of expertise. They have a lot more staff than us.
Do you know if they have anything around here?
They do, the West CR,
Oh, the west property,
Yeah, the
that
west
just, they
property.
just put that
Yeah.
up, right? That just went in.
Well-
Just 66.
Yeah, there was I think they did two. There was a recent one and then there's the older one
Right,
that the
that
town,
Ed put in,
yeah.
correct.
So,
And then the daughter took the property over, I think,
yeah, I think
and she
so.
put the rest of the track in.
Yes, and that's through, yeah, anyway, so they do, although I will say that I have talked to them and they're not interested in anything this small. So they really, and they're looking more into Maine because they have this whole initiative about carbon credits and forestry and all of that. So, they were really not interested at all in something this small. The other thing is that there's town land adjacent to the West Meadow, so you are already
Right.
abutting that parcel, and then on the other one, on Greenville Road, there's town land very, very close, like within, I believe, what is this, the landfill or something, or
Fish and Game just got a big
Yeah.
piece.
this piece here?
Yeah, that's the landfill.
The
That's why I
landfill,
knew.
the town landfill,
What
and it
piece
goes
is
all the
that?
way, like, there's literally.
The parcels that are in landlocked on Greenville Road
This
are
is
really
the,
close to the
um,
land, the town
parcel
land.
here. This is ours, and that's Brooks
Alright.
Crossing where we have access, and so there's this little gap, and we're,
Jason,
working
that
with
must
these
be
people to potentially have them donate this.
close to Bob Winters.
Yes.
Across the street.
Okay.
Near the landfill.
So that's why I was thinking,
Ross's
since
property.
it is in proximity
Yes,
to
okay.
other
Yep, yep.
lands of interest that the town is keeping an eye on anyway. But you can disagree with me, absolutely. You can absolutely disagree with me.
He will.
No, I, especially the one in West Meadow, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's right, it's in between the two of our parcels, but, we have a motion and a second. Do you have anything else you wanted to add to the
That's a good question.
comments of, before we just?
Well, no, but I guess, it's a good chance to ask for advice on some other CRs, because there are, a couple other CRs up off of West Meadow that could be relatively small, that could, be a corridor and connect a couple properties that are already, owned by the conservation restriction, or in the care and custody of.
Yeah, the commission.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And also, I'm gonna be giving you a call, for advice on multi-age housing and their requirement for conservation restriction, which is a really interesting.
Did you say multi?
Oh, yeah, with the age restriction, you have like little postage stamps you have to do.
If you could.
Yeah, I'd have to come, look at the
There are requirements.
plan,
Yeah.
yeah. Is there a plan? That's submitted to the
There's
planning board
two, we have two in.
So
California.
I'm gonna
right now?
reel this back in.
Right.
No, because that's something that we're gonna have to deal with at some point.
I know, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, move on.
No, this is
Sorry.
nothing. I just try to do what my job is.
Yeah.
So, but don't forget that, all that stuff, though, because we're gonna have to deal with that soon. Across the board, it's not just probably one plan you have, it's a bunch of them.
A couple already.
Why don't we set up a time where I can come and meet at your office and
about those
Yeah,
things.
please.
And then there's also,
Okay.
you know, we wanna talk about the ag side of things too, but
Yep.
for what you came to talk to us about.
Yeah, so there's a
which you can
motion
say
on the
all night,
table.
We don't care, but.
There's a motion on the table.
Motion and second, if there's anything else, any public comment, any other feedback?
Discussion.
I'm good. I could sit and rabble
Roll
on, but
call
I'm
vote,
good.
starting with Mike.
Nick God said yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat Jamali, yes.
James Ryan, staying. Gonna sit on it. I don't want a yes or no on
If now's the time,
it. No.
but you're just abstaining from the vote. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And in the summary at the end is my email and cell number.
Okay,
If you need.
to the Lemonster office?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you obviously live local then, I assume?
Well, I live in Ashburnham.
Okay, so you're familiar with
I'm
all of us in
familiar.
the
Yeah.
area.
I grew up in Gardner. My husband went to Fitchburg State. I don't know. What do you want to know?
No, no, I meant in
My
regards
social
to.
He wants to know,
security
he
number
wants to know
is-
if he can trust you. That's what it comes down to.
You know,
Jimmy's
local
vetting
person
you.
knows the area.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, that's important, you know?
He doesn't like outsiders, and I don't blame him.
Well,
You know?
I'm
We
an
can
outsider
smell
to
him from a
town,
mile
but-
away.
But I know a lot of folks, and
Yeah, just, you
I'm
know.
happy to be here. Thank you, and I'll send Colby next steps.
Yeah, please.
And thank you all, and thank you all for your patience.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna, and we'll see you soon about,
Yeah, I'll see you about school.
Where were
Megan?
Oh, yeah, you saw that? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
2.3, discussion with Sandra Lord regarding volunteer response form. You wanna come join us again? We're hoping to have both our missing commissioners, but we have one and you know the other
Thank
one,
you.
so.
Thank you very, very much.
We have one, but.
Especially
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello?
You can sit, you don't have to,
Okay. Thank you.
you don't have to give the whole spiel, but, Jimmy Dororian was in,
But that goes back to the bids,
he was,
unless you want me to have that as a double, no, I don't need it.
this is just meeting minutes.
It's just, right.
I'll click pay for it, so I'll clean up. Jimmy wasn't here at the last meeting, if you don't, you have to
No, I'm
go
sorry, I
through every
wasn't.
little
that's
thing,
okay.
but
Not that I matter, I don't,
I love what's written on the website about the Conservation Commission,
what's written on the website about the Conservation Commission, I didn't hear about it.
Jimmy doesn't do the computer.
I don't do
Okay.
computer, I don't like them.
services include review of lands coming out of chapter 61, management of Old Meeting House Park and other conservation land, and general promotion of conservation activities within the town. Towns is home to the Squanicook area of critical environmental concern and has significant conservation land that provides excellent wildlife habitat and many recreational activities such as hunting, fishing, canoeing, and hiking. So, and plus responsible for the Wetlands Enforcement of Wetlands Protection Act, the Townsend General Wetlands Bylaws, and the Squanicook Institution Act of 1975. So I'm on board with all that. I love, trees. I love plants. I love, I'm all in favor of clean water. I don't know. I don't remember exactly
So
what I said
you
last
said-
time. But.
Last time you said you sat through a bunch of different commissions and boards over a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been to different boards and committees, whatever, commissions, trying to find out where I would belong. I want to serve our town. I want to give back to our town. So, I don't know, I feel like I'd be at home here, so that's.
You sure? Well, it's a legitimate point. I mean,
And I'll be taken off of me and gone to you now.
right?
I think this is a
Would be more of a
wonderful
balance, you
idea.
know.
So that kind of hit me, that, you spent time, and I've seen you at meetings, I didn't know if it was you or your sister, but.
We both go to different things, yeah.
But to me, that, shows that you spent time trying to figure it out, and it wasn't, you want to be on one thing because X, Y, or Z. It's, do you feel that you'd best serve the community that way? I don't know. Mike's had time to think, or Pat, Pat's excited to have.
Yes, I am.
So,
I'm
Someone
not
else?
the only male on here,
Yeah.
female on here.
It's no different than me being on your commission. I'm the only boy.
The rest is that.
Mine.
That's why I said, tell her. It is.
Okay.
keep you off, but we couldn't.
Whoa.
So
It's true though.
I,
I'm persistent.
we do reserve the right to appoint her because this has been posted for greater than 45 days.
It has been.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
More like 450 days.
400.
Oh, my, okay.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of volunteers, so this is a rare
Well,
moment
you know what?
for us,
I
What,
saw 2 openings here, I'm like,
what are
hopefully
the
I can-
openings? What are the terms for the 2 openings available? I know that, I didn't even think of that before.
I'll have to ask the clerk tomorrow.
I can look it up.
26 and 27.
What it says on it.
Yeah, I think it's a 1 and a 2 year. Yeah, it's usually a 1 and a 2,
So-
Jimmy.
One would end
I'm
the end of,
up
or 6/30,
25 this year, I'm out.
26, and then there's a 6/30, 27 term. Do you know which one you'd want? So there's 2 choices, at 1 year or 2 year.
Meaning the amount of time, I'm for 225, it's usually 1, 2, or 3 years.
Right.
We
okay.
can say, do you wanna try a year on a trial basis? You wanna go for a long-term 3 year or 2?
Well, it's 3 years and
Stick
an
your
option,
toe in,
but,
try a
so the
year.
reason they do that is to stagger the positions, so it's different
Right.
people coming on and off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is it possible to start out with and then end up with, and then go for,
You can get reappointed
Oh,
again.
yeah, we'll re-ante you, no problem.
You can ask the retired town clerk to, guide us in these questions, but,
so the first one is the 1 year for 2026?
yeah.
Sure, I'd love to start.
So it wouldn't even be a year, it'd be 8 months.
8 months, yeah,
Mm.
short.
I'm saying 2 and 3 years, if I have to check that. Where are you looking?
Is that what it said, Kathy? It was,
Kathy's thought
just a
was-
1 and a 2 year?
I thought it said 1 and 2, but.
But I will ask a couple of quick
I'm gonna
questions.
tell you,
on it.
so you're
Anyway,
gonna
you've been in Townsend quite a while,
Since
right?
1989.
and look?
All right, so.
I'm gonna grab the
35.
town website, see if it's there.
It's been a good amount of time anyway, all right, so it's, not that that has anything to do with it.
My husband was on the Board of Health back in the 90s, and I thought it was kind of cool,
What was his first name?
John. He served with George King, he was with Bob Martin, I think.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
well, I find one of the more interesting things about being on the board is, the commission is that every project is unique. Everyone's different set of factors. I do enjoy going out on site walks, see the different
I got it.
situations, and I think a lot of people believe that certain town commissions, not necessarily this town, but in general, conservation commissions, zoning board of appeals, they're obstructionists. They somehow they wanna, find reasons to not be helpful. Well, I've heard that,
Really?
not about this one.
Right.
But in fact, we're being very helpful. In fact, our goal is to say yes to the project, figure out a way to say yes. Okay, if that means that it seems like we're a little nitpicky about the plan and they don't have certain things on it, well, they're supposed to. So we want to follow the rules and we want them to do what they're supposed to do. But in the end, we try to figure out a way to say yes and move the project ahead. And that's sometimes requires creativity and, you
That's how
know.
you got suckered, I mean, you know this.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I mean, up on the Vinton Farm, we were watching it.
So the vacancies are, the terms end 6/30/27 and 6/30/28.
Where did you see that? Cause that's.
The Townsend Conservation Commission page,
Oh, because under the notice.
but it also has term endings for Pat and Jim at 6/30/25, so it hasn't been updated.
Because the notice of
Oh, that's
Oh, there's a lot of,
equal.
I
to what
keep
Bob
finding
just
weird stuff, and
explained.
you have to go down like different routes to get this stuff.
Cause this is the one from June of 25 and this
Yeah.
is what's posted downstairs.
So that, we have to go by that, right?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Oh, are you looking at, under the appointments? Oh, yeah, this would be it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I retract what I just said.
Okay.
6/30/26 and 6/30/27.
So-
Again, if you do the term and you wanna continue, you just request a reappointment.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
there's a
a,
place where
you-
you can check off on your application for volunteering for reappointment. We just changed all the verbiage on that, so.
For perpetuity. You can never get off.
Stuck there forever.
I can understand how people end up doing this for 20 years though, cause I'm on the year, I think, 4 or 5, and I don't remember it. How I,
Well, think about it, time flies when you're always having fun at conservation meetings.
And there's snacks, you know, you can't go
So
wrong.
I think I'm 16 years, almost 17, so yeah, Jimmy's been chairing it for quite some time now.
yeah.
16 years you've been there?
Mhm.
Wow, okay.
But equal to
Your
what Bob
parents
was
also
saying,
did
our
it.
biggest thing on conservation equal to if we deny a project or we approve a project, at the end of it, if it's been denied, we educate them as to why they could not do it.
Okay.
I mean, we work hard at everyone's success, but at the same time, they'll be knowledgeable of why they can and they are going to do it, equal to why they were denied and why they could not do it. That's equal to it. People need to understand, oh, I get it, that was in a wetland, that was in the 200-foot river.
But those sorts of conversations don't happen very often.
No, they don't. It's in the perfect world.
Right, and I don't think those conversations have happened since I've started, but I know they happened right before I started.
Conversations of what?
No, you can't do it. But
That was very, it was. I saw a
regardless,
lot of years of
though,
that.
most of the conversations are like what you saw tonight, where we had the plan open, we're like, oh, it's missing this, that, this, hey, why don't you do this instead of that? But then talking through, Mike, applied to have some trees taken down at his house, which is on a body of water. And we were worried about the erosion from the tree canopies, being taken away. And, Mike's solution was reestablish the vegetation prior to the tree cutting. And that was at a meeting, you could watch it, it's recorded, and the rest is history.
Yeah. And of course, Jimmy, there'll be sidewalks. That's like throw the rubber boots on, we're heading into the woods, put some tick protection on and,
But
away we
those,
go.
with site walks, you do it, we're not just gonna tromp through the woods and leave you behind us and,
No, I mean, remember that last one at the horse car, we had to walk you across that beam?
literally.
Oh, my.
No, I mean, she's the best. I mean, it's like, we gotta get her over there, so she walked on the beam, we helped her across, boom, sidewalk continued. But they can be, even I don't like to trudge around sometimes.
So, anyone can make a motion, again, we can appoint because it's been posted for greater than 45 days, but.
Right, so in other
We
words,
can
we're not
also
gonna depend
take it-
on
we
the
can also-
selectmen as the nominating body on this, at this point in time.
What, say that again?
The selectmen will not be,
They don't have to be, but they
because
can
we've
be,
exceeded the 45
but
days.
they can be. We can motion to appoint
We'll
her
push it over to them.
or recommend to appoint, and then the select board can do it, or we can do it. Here,
In-house.
what's everyone think?
Mhm.
I make a motion, well, how long do you wanna,
Are you
again,
What's that?
Are you recommending or?
I'm gonna have a point. Have you read the town charter?
This rule is new to me, so.
If it goes in, if it's,
I would think to look at it.
It used to be 30 days, but they changed it.
Yeah, it used to be 30 days, but we changed it to
45, 41 days or 45?
45.
Dash 4F, I believe it is.
So,
Again.
the newest one, I mean, the closest term would be 2026.
Yeah,
I'll stick with that.
okay.
I think that
It's whatever
that's
you're comfortable
reasonable,
with.
right?
Again, we meet second and fourth Wednesday of the month, November and December, one meeting a month. We meet at 7 o'clock. Because we've only had a handful of canceled meetings over the last couple of years. We try to meet pretty routinely.
Now, if you have more things come up, do you ever schedule any additional meetings?
No.
Okay,
Really?
really.
I mean, there's
Well,
not a lot of.
there is an
building going
exception
on.
to that. If there's an emergency situation that we have to vote on a permit,
Mhm.
I see.
we have called for those meetings in the past.
Okay,
And a lot of that we do like on Zoom. We've had them on like a Friday afternoon. Yeah, with the sidewalk on Route 13.
okay,
But that doesn't happen often.
okay. I was just wondering.
If you can't make it to
So
the
there's no
meeting,
one
you
else over in
can,
this crowd, maybe,
Hold on, no.
You guys
Hey,
wanna
hey,
come on
hey,
board?
hey. Let's just focus. Just focus. I just wanna focus. Then you can
I
invite
just
more.
wanted to see if I
We
could.
wanna,
get a rise
I
out
just
of
wanna
it.
focus on one thing.
Good.
We can get them forms after.
And it's a new form now, by the way.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
You can
so
still use
I
it.
make a motion to appoint Sandra Lord, for the term of, to, 6/30/26.
26.
I'll second that.
Pat second.
I think she got it.
Roll call vote, starting with Mike.
Mike said yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat Jones, yes.
James Dorian, yes.
So you'll have to get sworn in, you'll have to do ethics training,
I'm
which
excited, I'm
the
excited.
town clerk will go
That's
through.
nice when it's excited. And then
Okay,
she's
so
got
now
applause.
Oh,
And
thank you
maybe,
so much, guys.
maybe some potential members in the crowd.
We'll take
That's
anyone
not-
at this point. We're so close to having a full commission. We haven't had a full commission.
Wait a minute, dear.
Haven't had a full commission in I don't know how long.
We're gonna see how she likes it.
And
Thank
Pat,
you.
Although
and Pat,
that's last.
We did have a twin sister.
right,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but then they can't switch on.
That's
and
right.
we do, Pat's in charge of Scooby Snacks, which is a very important part of our meetings. Wow, so I'm
That's cool,
concerned.
that's cool.
Well,
So I'm gonna keep moving on to the 10 of 9.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, thank
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Sandy.
You can't leave now, you're on the commission.
No.
And I can't do it.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, Mike.
Those days have gone. Yeah.
Those days
Now
are
that you're
gone.
retired and just taking, doing whatever you
Shrivel up
want.
and.
No.
Send you an email the next day or two.
Okay, thank you so much.
And then you'll have to navigate the MC.
Thank you for coming in.
You'll have to navigate the MACC
I'll
stuff
be right
too.
there.
MACC.
As long as I could.
Help her navigate. You could just point her to the direction for them to talk to.
I'll get her the folder that orients her to the commission, with all the rules and regulations.
Great, one closer.
We're on what now?
3.1, report of trash on hiking trail off of Shirley Road. Colby, I asked you to add it. I didn't look at the parcel. Is that a Mass Wildlife parcel?
As far as I can tell, they didn't give an address or pictures, I asked for those.
Where was it again, Kobe? Where is it?
Shirley Road.
Emails that off Shirley Road. So I assume it's wildlife management area.
Yeah, we don't have anything out there. I guess that's what I was asking.
Not,
I don't think there's not one Shirley Road.
yeah, I haven't had a chance to go down there. But it's, all I'd be doing is going and telling the wildlife management area.
So the email came October 12th, from, a CS Livesy.
So are we looking to get somebody down there to pick it up, or we
No,
just
no, well, if it's,
wanna go
it's enough.
look at it?
but I'll read it. Hello, my friends and I hiked on Shirley Road last week and were appalled at the trash on the trail. We usually are able to fit things in a trash bag and haul it out as a kind favor. Thank you to who wrote this. But 4 car tires, 2 fenders, and a trash can turned over with cans was a bit much. Do you employ the Townsend Scouts with their dad's trucks to get rid of stuff, or any big guys' trucks to clean up the trash? I like to take pride on the trails. The rest of the trails were beautiful, but the entrance and exit were unsightly. We are hikers and hike on many trails in Dunstable, Brookline, Pepperell, Hollis. We never seen this much garbage on a trail. Please ask someone to clean the trail.
Because Board of Health has a little bit of money in their coffers.
No, not anymore.
Did that go poof?
Yep. But if it's Mass Wildlife, they should.
We'll call them. I'll call the Stewart. Do you have the Stewart's number, Kobe?
No.
You're the only one with that.
Huh?
You can call Pat.
No, I can call Travis. He'll get out. Cause he's got a dedicated crew to that. If you know it's some fish and game, I can get.
There's no parcels down there that we own, I believe.
But even if we can help them, I'd like to get it to us at 10. Cause if there's tires and fenders, is it a trail that can be driven down from the sounds of it?
We're assuming where it is. If you didn't give an address, that's all that's down there. I don't know what else it could be.
Would you like me to screenshot the email to you? I won't have all of it, but it will have.
No, I wanna hit that next word, adjourn. All I'm saying is that we could figure out how to get,
You want me to take the picture from my phone and send it to you so you can talk to Travis?
if I knew it was fish and game, I would.
I don't think we own, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Send it to my phone and I'll ask, Travis.
Okay.
Cause he's got 2 kids underneath him that's what he does with them. Go just pick this up. Or if we wanna send Pat down with Subaru, do a quick cleanup job. Never mind. Geez, I think.
Camp out there and figure out who's causing problems.
Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do.
The next thing, okay, so the next thing, 3.2 COC 465 Adams Road. I drove by, it looked like the grass had grown in better, so I make a motion to issue a completed order of conditions, for 65 Adams Road.
Oh, 65.
Second,
Mike second. Discussion. Roll call vote.
Mike
sorry.
Bud said yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat Gilmore, yes.
James Brown, yes.
4.1, forest cutting plan.
Yeah, cause I went by that. 65 looked real good. It had come in good.
So, forest cutting plan, Commonwealth, Massachusetts, extending forest cutting plan on Barker Hill Road property. That's DCR property?
Yes. Yes.
In the folder. Oh, actually.
That is DC?
This is for an extension. Forest cutting plan.
Not to backtrack, but please send a note to the select board that we appointed Sandra Lord for the term ending 6/30/26. Thank you.
Yeah, I put.
Yeah.
6/30/26.
All right, so it's a 90-acre parcel. So they're extending. $266,000 board feet. That's gonna be the original. Colby, are there notes?
Sorry?
So it says it's extension, what, we would like to ask an extension, okay.
It's getting extended.
Okay, time-wise, they're extending,
Yeah, time-wise.
not the actual
Correct, it's not the scope of the project.
10-4. Moving on. 4.2, Land and Water Conservation Fund grants. I just had it, let me find it.
Which one was that again? 4.22?
Yes.
That was the one you added in?
Yes, so this is from Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs, Land and Water Conservation Fund Grant Program. It is, the LWCF is administered by Mass on behalf of the National Park Service, an agency of the Department of Interior. The program provides grants to states and local governments and federally recognized Indian tribes for the acquisition and development of public outdoor recreation areas and facilities. The program is intended to create and maintain a nationwide legacy of high-quality recreation areas and facilities and to stimulate non-federal investments in the protection and maintenance of recreation resources across the United States. So it's very similar to what Anna had brought to us, but this is in terms of acquiring as a town. Eligible applications will be accepted from municipalities that have a open space and recreation plan that are approved or currently under review. Also eligible are the departments of conservation, recreation, and fish and game. The application deadline is January 8th. Funding availability. Funding is provided to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts from NPS and is administered by EEA's Division of Conservation Services, DCS. The maximum grant award is $1 million. The minimum grant award is $50,000. In rare circumstances, at a secretary's discretion, the maximum grant award for an additional maximum grant award for an individual project may be higher than $1 million. EEA reserves the right to fund the projects through sources other than LWCF should it choose.
LWCF?
Oh my God, you're gonna make me go back to it. That is the,
I'm not.
Land and Water Conservation Fund.
They abbreviate so much with thinking that we know it. all the
I know. So
abbreviations.
this is the part that I need, that is important. Budget requirement. Since the, Land Water Conservation Fund is a reimbursement program, municipal applicants selected to receive grant funding must have a successful city council or town meeting vote that appropriates 100% of the total project cost.
So in other words, they gotta make sure our pockets can match what the grant is.
No, 100%. Let me finish. DCR and DFG must have capital budget approval from EEA for 100% of the eligible budget, project budget. Tribal applicants must demonstrate the ability to pay for the project upfront. Grant recipients must use the reimbursements for projects that would qualify for Land Water Conservation Fund. The land must not be purchased, or park development or renovation must not be started until the selected applicant has executed a contract with Commonwealth or interagency service agreement with EEA in the case of the state agencies. All projects must provide appropriate public access. Now, this might not be applicable for this year, but next year, if there is a parcel that or something that we want to do as a commission, we have to bring it in front of the town meeting to vote on it, to pay for it, but then we are reimbursed
So in other words, it would
from
go
the federal
to
government.
town warrant to vote
We
on.
don't know
Yes.
for sure if we would be reimbursed.
Right, but we also can't enter into an agreement to purchase or build or to renovate anything
Right.
without being awarded the grant.
And they wanna make sure that we have the money in the coffers. Interesting.
So,
No way will they lose in that transaction.
but there's no way for us to lose either.
Equal, everybody's safeguarding.
So is it more than just land acquisition or is it?
Yes,
Yeah, you have to do some kind of recreational improvement to it.
What
So
do we have
it's
to
the
offer?
land,
Water,
hold on,
hiking,
purchased. So I'm just gonna refer back to the things that can't be until you sign the thing, the agreement, but, it's, the funds are used to purchase, land, park development, or renovation.
just did 410 of it.
So you can, that could be sports, it could be trails, it could be acquiring land.
So in other words, we could get grant money for the playground we just put in.
The grant money paid for that playground.
Correct. We took what, 31 out of GF, the general fund, to finish it.
Right, because it's a match, but
I get the general idea. We have to offer something.
yes, now I
Community
assume,
can
and
enjoy.
you also have the, I can't think of it right now.
Cause it's 9 o'clock and it's getting late.
Yes, the conservation thing that we just passed, and I can't think of it right now. Someone please help me.
In recreation related,
So I
circle back to it.
I could keep reading into it, but you also have to have the open space and recreation plan, which we have, I think we finalized, but I know it's in review. So there are opportunities out there, but we need to have the foresight to plan for them. Now, there is a town meeting coming up in December. It's a special town meeting.
Yeah.
You should know about it.
Yeah, we got something coming up on
Yes, we're gonna ask for
For the,
20 year soccer field, please.
it for the other commission, HTC.
So regardless though,
Back on that agenda.
I can go through it, but
Mm-mm.
it's a substantial amount of money that we should, at least if we don't have any thoughts about it now, start to get the word out there to the select board and to our town admin. Because I know Groton just took advantage of something very similar just in the last month for renovation of their cow pond facility.
Their what facility?
Cow pond is sports fields.
Okay.
And that was almost $500,000, but the town approved to spend that money over the summer. And they
What
got a
town
grant
is
to
that?
pay for it.
What town?
Groton.
Grant.
Oh, right.
And they've done some nice work.
So they're gonna redesign the facility for, access and parking and this and that, but they approved the spending, the project as a town.
So in other words.
And
the
then they
money
applied for the grant and got the money.
So the money that they were planning on and had to spend on that.
Yes, that
now
they
can
approved to spend.
Flip it into something else. That's a win-win all around, because they got the grant money. That's,
Do you think the selectmen's gonna go for that if we submit something like that? Figuring they're gonna pay for it when.
Well, it's not the selectmen, it's the town.
Well, all right, the town.
because it's gonna go
Well,
to
it's
the
always
town
fun to
warrant,
throw stuff out there and see what they bite,
see if it sticks. You never know.
Show up.
You never know.
but you have to start the conversation with the select board first.
But the most concerning thing of it is there's no money. We're gonna be in good shape.
There's no money because we don't apply for grants.
Huh?
There's no money because we don't apply for grants that are large. This is a large
We're
grant.
getting,
I know.
I mean, Kobe, how do you think that Grant Ryder's been doing with some of what he's been doing? Have you seen some good
I don't-
stuff coming down the pike?
I don't think it's anything to do with the grant writer. I think we just have to be bigger picture.
Where are you finding information about this?
It was in the conservation email,
Conservation. Okay.
right below the lantern fly.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, I didn't open it until today.
Oh, okay.
So you're lucky I opened it, or not lucky, either way you look at it. But I also looked at it because I was reading the Herald while it was raining on Monday, and
Spotted lantern butterfly.
oh, we'll get there next. And I sent it to Veronica, but so Massachusetts Land, yeah, the Massachusetts Land and Water Conservation Fund grant. So that's what I just explained,
Yeah, I did know.
and I sent it to Veronica.
Gotcha.
Oh, Lori.
Well, I sent to Veronica. I'm sure she sent it, passed it along. So
We have a meeting Friday.
it's something to,
Keep in mind.
especially for next year, if we can't jump at it quick enough. But these little $20,000 to $30,000 worth of grants, did you figure out about how sidebar the Nashua River, the Wild and Scenic grant for the rest of the surveying?
Yeah, we have to just put an order in for.
So the second part?
Remainder?
Yeah,
Oh, no, I have to get, what you call it? We have to apply for more funds.
Okay.
And, I was contacted by the person who does the grants there. I have to contact her again to see what exactly there is for that, if there's an actual application, or if I can just write a letter.
Okay.
She didn't, I need a little direction from her, but yes, that's on my list.
okay. So that has to get done for the next meeting. Sorry to sidetrack, but, yeah, paying attention to stuff like that. But opening conversation like we did tonight with Anna with ag land. It's stuff that we have to just be aware of and, think about, so. Next 5.1, learn about the invasive spotted lanternfly. Sign up for the webinar series to get up-to-date info on spotted lanternfly in Massachusetts. It's hosted by MDAR.
And that's a recent to
And
the bug world.
And it's 10 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. On November 12th and February 11th.
That's all webinage,
It's what?
webinar.
Yes.
Items discussed next month. Shorter meeting.
Next month, we have 16 Meadow Road.
That's gonna be on the docket,
Yep, Wild and Scenic grant
and hopefully
update.
we're gonna have him here.
Oh, if he shows up.
What was after Meadow Road?
Wild and Scenic grant update for the additional surveying.
Now it's gonna be for the rest of the, survey money.
Hopefully. Anything else anyone wants to add? Mike, do you have anything you want to add to the Squanicook Meadows, for next meeting? I know
We're still waiting. I guess we haven't come up with another date yet.
Okay.
And I guess they're waiting, Veronica is waiting until she gets a little feedback from the board of the North County.
Okay. Pat, anything for the next meeting? We'll add in, welcome Sandy
Veronica's
Lord.
doing that with you down at, the soccer fields.
She's the chair of the restriction committee.
She is.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Why
Who
is
else
that
is up
interesting?
on that committee?
Emily, Selena.
Norton?
No, Emily Fine, she's, the
Oh,
permit
fine.
holder for down
Well, Emily
there.
Norton, fine.
Selena Thomas is
Emily
representing
Norton,
Taza.
fine, that's her.
I don't know why she added the fine to her name. She was always Emily Norton as far as I knew.
Up on Vinton Pond,
But,
right?
right.
And then there is David, Todd
She
Melanson.
got divorced.
He hasn't come to any meetings, though.
Oh, his loss.
He's the water?
Yeah.
No, he hasn't come to any
I think
meetings.
that's it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think so.
So. Anyone wanna make a motion? It's 9:14.
No motion. During the meeting at 9:14.
Second.
Roll call vote
Mike
starting in
Fox said
like
yes.
James Gates, yes.
Pat General, yes.
James Brown, yes.
Thank you.